Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Hopkinton High School turf fields for Hopkinton Hillers Varsity Baseball on HCAM. As today, the Hillers take on the Medfield Warriors. Hillers 2-2 coming into the game today, and they are taking on a Medfield Warriors team that has won their last game and got a big win, and they are 1-2 on the season. Should be a good battle out there today as the Hillers look to grab their first win at home, and it'll certainly be a tough matchup with a good experienced Medfield team. Medfield, they are 2-0 on the season. They were in progress against Dover Sherborne. We're behind in that game 6-2, but that game ended up getting a rain delay, so they'll have to play the rest later on. So they're 2-0 coming into today's game as we are set for the first pitch of the day, and we are underway here at Hopkinton High School. We got Hiller softball going on as well, and I might be bouncing back and forth between that game also to keep the folks tuned into that game up to date with what's going on. So you might hear some game audio for some of the innings as this is ripped up the left side. In the left field it goes. And that is a leadoff hit off of Moore. The pitcher today for the Hillers is Connor Moore. And that was Alex Zalora leading things off with a base hit for Medfield. Zalora with a slight lead off of first base. Wind up and the pitch. There's a strike. At the plate right now, this is C.J. Herrick. We'll get you the full lineup in just a moment. Both games getting underway. Medfield softball open for a big win as they picked up a big 8-inning win, as this is a grounder back to the pitcher and an out at first. So 1-3 for out number one. Zalora does advance to second. So Hiller softball, though, they are on a roll. 32 runs in their first couple of games. So they look to make some noise with the bats here today. And you should certainly be tuning into both games. Both games going to be great. Nathan Bills at the plate, takes a strike. Swing and a miss there. Up next is Connor Hanna. He's in the fourth spot for Medfield. Slight lead by the runner at second. Swing and a miss. Takes a look at second and delivers. Hit high in the air, shallow center field, arranging back, and it's dropped. And that is a rare mishap by Matt Pajoli at shortstop. And that is going to be a reach on an error. But that sun a little bit brutal today, so it certainly will factor in as it does there. So that'll put 2 on with 1 out. Runners on first and second. Connor Hanna stepping to the plate. There's a strike. get you the Hillers field in just a moment. Just getting situated here. Both games starting a little tiny bit early, but that's okay. There's a swing and a miss. Wind up in the pitch. Yeah, a little outside there. Takes a long look at second and more deals. And runner from second takes off. Stolen base there for Zalora. He got hit. So it's 2 on, 1 out. This is Connor Hanna at the plate. There's a strike. And he'll go down by way of the K, so a nice strikeout by Moore there. Calvin Mahan behind home plate. As the Hiller bats in the softball game already making some noise. That pitch low. And correction, that was Hodney who made that error at shortstop. Matt Pedroli in center field today. That was Trevor Hodney earlier. Wind up in the pitch. There's a strike. So for the Hillers, you got Pedroli in center, Noah Kramus in left, Alex Bauschman the DH, Matty Sullivan at first base, Calvin Mahan the catcher, Trevor Hodney at short, your pitcher Connor Moore. Got Ryan Lang in right, Gabe Cafazzo at third, and Bogosian over at second base. That is Ethan Bogosian. As this is hit in the air, and that will be caught. So that will wrap it up for the inning. Third out there. We head to the bottom of the first. It is a scoreless game despite 2 reaching here on HCAM.
HCAM programming is supported by viewers like you and by Western Nurseries. Since 1923, Western Nurseries has been rooted in a passion for plants and community. The family business has grown from its beginnings in Weston to become a trusted name across Massachusetts. Western Nurseries offers one of the area's best selections of hardy landscape-sized plants, quality gardening and hardscape products, and expert advice you can trust. With locations throughout the region and over a century of experience, Western Nursery continues to help communities grow beautifully.
Bottom of the first inning, Hillers up to the plate. Leading things off, Matt Pedroli, the center fielder. We'll get you the lineup in just a moment. First pitch set to be delivered. And it is a ball. On the mound for Medfield is Preston Drillick. Three and 0 the count. And the walk is drawn by Matt Pedroli. He takes first. And that is going to bring up Noah Kramus, center fielder. So you got Matt Pedroli, Noah Kramus, Alex Bauschman due up this inning. That pitch there, strike. And we get a ball. And that's fouled off. 1-1 the count. And hit high in the air, foul out of play. Over towards the parking area. 1-2. Runner taking off from first, throw to second. Did they get him? It does not look like it. He is safe. Good steal there by Pedroli. That'll put a runner in scoring position for the Hillers. One out in the inning. There was a strikeout on Kramus. Now you got Alex Bauschman to the plate. The DH. Takes ball 1-0. Slight lead over at second. And the throw over, they got him. A big out there as they get Pedroli. That was a ball. Pedroli trying to steal, so he was caught stealing. 2 away. So chance to get out of this inning. 1-2-3 for Medfield. Two and one the count. For Medfield, you got Preston Drillick on the mound. Bills behind home plate. That's fouled off. Hurley at first base, Folan at second, Herrick at short, Zalora at third. From left to right, Fessenden, Sokokoski, and Gage. That's going to be ball 4, so second walk of the inning. And I'll bring up Matty Sullivan. excuse me, Michael Sullivan. Michael Sullivan, one of the big power hitters for the Hillers in that cleanup spot, hoping to do some damage. So you got Andrew Bauschman at first, and Sullivan at the plate, and now throw to second, and it will not get there in time. Stolen base for Bauschman. Yeah, there's strike three. That'll wrap up the first. We will head along to the top of the second. Medfield Warriors coming up to the plate. That one hit up the middle, picked up by the shortstop. Throw to first. They get the out. A 6-3 out. And that'll wrap up the inning. And despite some hits for Medfield, no harm as we head to the bottom of the second. Tom Nappy, happy to be back with you. As I mentioned, I'll be going back and forth a little bit between softball and baseball. And right now in this softball game, it's a 2-0 Hiller lead into the top of the third. And here we head to the bottom of the second coming up next.
In a passion for plants and community, the family business has grown from its beginnings in Weston to become a trusted name across Massachusetts. Weston Nurseries offers one of the area's best selections of hardy landscape-sized plants, quality gardening and hardscape products, and expert advice you can trust. With locations throughout the region and over a century of experience, Weston Nursery continues to help communities grow beautifully.
This program is brought to you in part by TVLSports.net. You can view the standings, stories, pictures, highlights, and more about the 12 teams in the Tri-Valley League at TVLSports.net. TVLSports.net is an independent news and media website reporting on the TVL and is not associated with the bottom of the second inning. Line up and the pitch. There's a strike. Well, Medfield had a big double last inning, but couldn't turn it into runs. At the plate right now, this is Calvin Mahan. There's a strike, and they got him. Drillick with another strikeout. Been relatively sufficient so far. He's thrown just 19 pitches. Hodney at the plate. And I want to mention, if anyone out there is interested in announcing Hiller baseball and Hiller softball, we are looking for some help, as this is hit sky high and it's dropped. He had to battle the sun and could not corral it in. And that is going to be a reach on a harsh error. But that sun's certainly a factor today. Not really a cloud in the sky. So you better have those sunglasses ready. So that'll put a runner on first with one out. Now Connor Moore at the plate. Wind up and the pitch. Down low, runner from first, takes off, throw to second, he's safe. Another stolen base, third stolen base of the day for the Hillers. Wind up and the pitch. Hit in the air, right side towards the fence. It's going to drop, and that's going to be a big base hit. Rounding first, rounding second. He's heading to third as a run scores, slides in, and the Hillers take the lead. And that is going to be an RBI triple for Moore. Connor Moore, the freshman, absolutely tattooing that ball. And the Hillers have the lead. Get that to a deep part of the ballpark. Or correction, that was Hodney, excuse me. Moore's the one who scored the run. So that was, Travis Hodney who Trevor Hodney who hit that ball. No, it was Moore. Hodney scored the run. Okay, that's right. Got a little confused by the game changer graphic, folks. Apologies. It's tough enough doing one game, hopping back and forth. That's why, again, if you're interested in announcing Hiller baseball or Hiller softball, reach out to news@hcam.tv. So that was indeed Connor Moore with the triple. Hodney scoring the run. You got Ryan Lang at the plate. Wind up and the pitch. And this is going to be hit up the middle. That'll get through the dive of the second baseman. Another run in to score. Coming around from third, Connor Moore. Well, Moore gets the triple, and now he tallies the run to make it 2-0. Gabe Cafazzo set to step in. Checking at first. Runner slides back safe. Your defense for Medfield, Drillick on the mound, Bills the catcher, Hurley at first base, Folan at second base, Herrick at short, Zalora at third, left to right, Fessenden, Sokolaski, and Gage. And this is going to get through. Throw to second, not going to get there, and he is safe. So Ryan Lang advancing. They went to check in at first, throw got away, and the Hillers have a runner in scoring position. Aaron pickoff attempt there. Wind up and the pitch. Swing and a miss. He's going to take off at third, and it throws high, gets away. Here he comes. To home plate, slides in, and he's safe. And the Hillers have another run. Well, the Hillers rallying big in this bottom of the second. And they have just done a terrific job at manufacturing a couple runs this inning. Fazzo still at the plate, facing a 1-1 count. That pitch slightly outside. 2-1 the count. And a little bit outside there, 3-1. Set to deliver. Swing and a miss. That'll fill up the count. He winds, he deals, and hit in the air, right side, and caught. That is out number 2. Matt Petroli at the plate, top of the order. Always a dangerous hitter. Bases are clear for the Hillers as they have scored 3 runs this inning. Wind up and the pitch. Outside. Three and 0 the count. Petroli just so good at getting on base. Draws a lot of walks, and he won't draw one here quite yet. Grabs the inner corner, says the home plate umpire. 3-1. Swing and a miss. 3-2 now. Drillick battling back. Drillick up to 37 pitches. Hillers have made him work this inning. He had Hodney reach on a walk. Moore drove him in with a triple. As this is going to be hit through the gap, past the dive of the second baseman. Pedroli heading to second. He's going to head to third. Heading to third. The throw is late, and he's safe. And Matt Pedroli is aboard with an extra base hit. The Hillers keeping the rally going. We'll see what they score that. They are going to score a triple, at least for now. At the plate, this is Noah Kramus. Noah Kramus 0 for 1 so far today, and hits this one down the line. Picked up by the first baseman. He'll step on the bag for the out, but not before the Hillers plate 3 runs. 3-0, Hopkinton, as we head to the top of the third.
HCAM programming is supported by viewers like you and by Western Nurseries. Since 1923, Western Nurseries has been rooted in a passion for plants and community. The family business has grown from its beginnings in Weston to become a trusted name across Massachusetts. Western Nurseries offers one of the area's best selections of hardy landscape-sized plants, quality gardening and hardscape products, and expert advice you can trust. With locations throughout the region and over a century of experience, Western Nursery continues to help communities grow beautifully.
Top of the third inning, Gabe Cafazzo in the game to pitch for the Hillers. There's a strike. Zalora at the plate. Cafazzo, the second pitcher. They had Moore go an inning. Now then they had McCarthy for an inning, and now Cafazzo's out there. So pitcher by committee, as that was hit foul. So be on the lookout. You'll see a whole lot of different pitchers for the Hillers. Set to deliver. A little high there. One and two the count. And this is ripped up the left side. That'll trickle into left field for a base hit. So Zalora aboard for Medfield. Now stepping in, C.J. Herrick. And hit high in the air. That's going to drop. Into left field it goes. Throw to third. Did they get him? Yes, they did. What a throw. Oh, no. Did he slide? Yeah, they did get him, indeed. Thought the umpire signaled out, and there he goes, running off, and big out there. That does go down as a single for Herrick. Zalora just thrown out, trying to advance. But that was Noah Kramus with the terrific throw to get the out. Now Nathan Bills at the plate, the catcher. And he turned towards second. Runner slides back. Set to deliver. Little high there. Time called. And he turns towards second once again. Runner slides back. Now they're keeping Herrick at bay here. And this is going to be hit high in the air, and it is going to drop. Oh, that sun once again having an impact. It'll be 2 on with 1 out. And coming up to the plate, Connor Hanna. So that is scored as an infield single. Wind up and the pitch. Hit high in the air, right side, and it is gonna drop. Pajoli called off the right fielder, and it drops. 1 run is in, and now you got 2 runners over at third base. They got both of them in a pickle. They're gonna go after the one at third, and they'll get an out. A huge out there. Yeah, the runner from third hesitated. He was going to go home, turn back towards the base, and they end up getting an out. A run does score. So it's now a 3-1 game. Line up and the pitch. There's a strike. Well, the Hillers, they've gotten 2 big outs in this inning that usually you probably wouldn't get, but a couple base running mishaps, and actually one of them was just a great throw by Noah Kramus. Hit high in the air, and it is gonna drop, and another run is in. The sun having an impact. Once again, throw to second, nearly got it out at second. It's now a 3-2 game. You got Fessenden at the plate. Takes one outside there. Line up and the pitch. There's a strike. Set to deliver. Swing and a miss. Strike two. 1-2. Line up and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he got him. We'll head to the bottom of the third, a 3-2 Hiller lead on H-Camp.
HCAM programming is supported by viewers like you and by Western Nurseries. Since 1923, Western Nurseries has been rooted in a passion for plants and community. The family business has grown from its beginnings in Weston to become a trusted name across Massachusetts. Western Nurseries offers one of the area's best selections of hardy landscape-sized plants, quality gardening and hardscape products, and expert advice you can trust. With locations throughout the region and over a century of experience, Western Nursery continues to help communities grow beautifully.
Bottom of the third inning, a 3-2 Hiller lead. The Hillers will try to make some more noise with the bats this inning. And the Hillers, they got lucky only giving up 2 runs last inning. Just some great defense on the base paths. A great throw by Kramus to get a huge out over at third, and that made the difference. At the plate for the Hillers, this is Andrew Bauschman. That pitch outside. Still got the starter out there for Medfield, Preston Drillick. And walk drawn. Well, I haven't seen any action as of yet from Medfield. We'll see what the leash is for Drillick. It's up to 44 pitches. Now coming up to the plate, you got the power hitter, Sullivan, Michael Sullivan. Line up and the pitch. There's a strike, grabs the outer corner. That pitch outside. Update on the softball game. Hiller is now up 6-0 on Medfield as they're looking for another Mercy-style win. Big third inning for the softball team. A swing and a miss here. One and two the count. And this is going to be hit high in the air, left center towards the fence, and that's going to drop. A big base hit there. Here comes a run. And he's going to keep going at third base. The throw gets into the dugout. And they'll quickly recover by home plate, but that is going to be a monster triple. And an RBI for Michael Sullivan. And that'll make it a 4-2 Hiller lead. Now coming up to the plate, we'll have Calvin Mahan. He absolutely tattooed that ball, and that's the deepest part of the ballpark. Probably the toughest part to hit it out. Nearly got there. Calvin Mahan 0 for 1 so far today. Swing and a miss. Line up and the pitch. Swing and a miss. One and two the count. Outside, 2-2. Ooh, a little high there, says the home plate ump. Full count. And it looks like he just got a piece to stay alive. Well, good to see the Hiller bats making some noise, and they had quite a game in Millis. A swing and a miss there for the strikeout. But the Hiller baseball team got a 27-1 win in Millis on Monday. Coming up to the plate, Trevor Hodney. Hodney 0 for 1, reached on an error, did score a run. Scored on that monster triple by Connor Moore last inning. 0-2 the count. And he got him. 2 away. Here's Connor Moore, 1 for 1 with an RBI and a run. There's a strike. Well, the Hillers would like to drive Sullivan in, who's waiting at third base. Big triple. RBI triple. There's a strike, 0-2. Wind up and the pitch. And there's strike 3. Got him looking. And that'll wrap up the inning. A 4-2 Hiller lead as we head to the top of the 4th on HCAM. Bottom of the 5th inning. A 4-4 game. Medfield has tied things up. Tom Nappy, happy to be back with you. Just called a couple great innings of the Hiller softball game. And again, both teams play at the same time. So if you're looking to announce some Hiller baseball or softball, we could certainly use the help. Feel free to reach out to me at news@hcam.tv. A strikeout there, one away. And that was Sullivan striking out. Michael Sullivan. He had a big hit earlier. Calvin Mahan at the plate. It's the 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up. Mahan followed by Hodney. And we'll recap how Medfield scored those couple of runs to get back into this game. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Hiller softball update, they lead at 8-0. They're in the 7th inning. Things looking very good for Hiller softball to pick up their 4th win of the season and improve to 4-0. 1-2 count. And there's strike 3. 2 straight strikeouts. And that will bring up Trevor Hodney. So the Hillers pitching by committee. It was Gabe Cafazzo came in the 3rd inning where he ran into a little bit of trouble. Medfield plated 2 runs in the top half of the 3rd. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count. Well, the Hillers went up 4-2 in the bottom of the 3rd. It was Michael Sullivan, big triple. That scored Bauschman, and then Medfield responded in the top of the 4th. It was a wild pitch that allowed runners to advance, and a missed throw allowed 1 run to score to make it 4-3 at that time. And then later in the top of the 5th, Medfield would score another run. A single by Hurley would score Connor Hanna for Medfield. So it's Charlie Hurley with the RBI single. And that's where we stand at 4 apiece. This is hit high in the air towards center field. That's going to drop. A big hit there. He's going to keep going to second. Heading for 3rd. The throw in. Cut off. And he's aboard with a triple. A 2-out triple as the Hillers try to break this tie. Trevor Hodney with a big hit there. His first hit of the day. He's now 1 for 3. Due up now, you got, looks like Moore coming to the plate. Connor Moore. Connor Moore having a nice day at the plate. He is, and had a pretty good day on the hill as well. Only pitched an inning, however. But at the plate, 1 for 2 with a run and an RBI. An infield discussion for Medfield. And for Medfield, they got their starter in there, so kind of the opposite method of what the Hillers tend to do with the committee style. But Preston Drillick still in the game. He's thrown 90 pitches. Medfield with more of the traditional pitching rotation. Set to deliver. Outside. 2-0 the count. There's a strike. 2-1 on Moore. And he gets a piece of this one. Throw over. And he got him. So a big 6-3 out. And the score will remain 4-4 as we head to the top of the 6th inning. You are tuned in to Hiller Baseball on HCAM.
HCAM programming is supported by viewers like you and by Beaumaine Pizza Bar and Grill. For over 25 years, Beaumaine has been serving great quality food for the whole family, featuring hand-tossed pizzas, paninis, pasta dishes, and a variety of unique appetizers. Enjoy a casual dining room or relax at a comfortable bar with signature cocktails, fine wines, and 16 beers on tap. Beaumaine Pizza Bar and Grill. Great food, great drinks, and something for everyone.
All right, we are into the top of the 6th. A 4-4 game, and we'll see if the Hillers pitching committee can continue to keep this Medfield offense at bay. Strikeout to start things off. On the mound for the Hillers this inning, this is Patrick Riley. Zalora at the plate now. And that pitch outside. 3-1. So you had a strikeout by Gage to start off the inning. And that's going to be a walk. Oh, correction. There is no one out. All right, so I was wrong there. Thank you for Dave for correcting me and confusing me at the same time. We have a runner on first, no outs. Riley on the hill, and let's see who's batting. This is Herrick at the plate. So it's Zalora over at first. Here's the 0-1. Fouled into the backstop. One and two the count. Wind up and the pitch. Hit high in the air, right side, and caught for the out. Zalora retreats to first. So now due up is Bills. Nathan Bills set to step in. He's 1 for 3 today. And that one hit him. Looks like it hit him. So that's going to put 2 on with 1 out. It's a big opportunity here for Medfield. And now you got the cleanup man coming to the plate. Connor Hanna, 0 for 2 today. Looking to do some damage here. Wind up and the pitch. There's a strike. Yeah, I mean, the committee style that the Hillers have used pitching, very interesting. Riley is their 6th pitcher of the game. The committee pitching is one of those things you either love it or hate it. But at times it works, and it works very well for the Hillers. And at times they could have struggles, but the good thing is you keep all your pitchers fresh and pretty much have anyone available for use throughout the rest of the week. Swing and a miss on that last pitch. 0-2 the count. Checking at second, runner back safe. So you got Zalora at second, Bills at first, Jack Hanna at the plate, 1 out. He winds and deals. Hit high in the air and ranging over and making the catch is the shortstop for the out. Well, I'm sure Moore, who has since moved to shortstop, started the game on the mound. Pretty happy that you don't have to deal with the sun like you did earlier in this game. So nice catch by Connor Moore there for the out, 2 away. Sokokaski to the plate. Alex Sokokaski. And he's going to get a piece of this one to center field. No problem. A catch for Matt Pedroli. And that is going to be the 3rd out. We're heading to the bottom of the 6th. Can the Hillers take a lead and put Medfield down to their final 3 outs? We'll find out next on HCAM.
HCAM programming is supported by viewers like you and by Beaumain Pizza Bar and Grill. For over 25 years, Beaumain has been serving great quality food for the whole family, featuring hand-tossed pizzas, paninis, pasta dishes, and a variety of unique appetizers. Enjoy a casual dining room or relax at a comfortable bar with signature cocktails, fine wines, and 16 beers on tap. Beaumain Pizza Bar and Grill. Great food, great drinks, is something for everyone.
Bottom of the 6th inning, a 4-4 game. Hiller is looking to do some damage at the plate and take a win here this evening. Alex Sokolowski on the mound for Medfield. He's their second pitcher of the game. And you got to give it up for Preston Cabana. He battled. And this is going to be fouled away. Excuse me, Preston Drillick. So you got Ryan Lang at the plate for the Hillers. He'll be followed up by Cafazzo, and then top of the order to Pedroli. And he's going to put this one in the air. That'll land in left center for a base hit. Good start to the inning there. So Lang gets things started right, and now we'll have Gabe Cafazzo to the plate. Ryan Lang having a great day at the plate. 2 for 3 with a run and an RBI. Checking at first. Runner slides back. Well, you know, the Hillers, they're not afraid to take the risk on the base paths, but a situation like this, you certainly want to be careful. Line up and the pitch. And Bud pulled back. They got the runner picked off. Throw to second. It's high. Did he pull it down in time? No, he's safe. A big steal there for the speedy Ryan Lang. And boy, are the Hillers happy he was safe there. That throw was a pretty good throw. It was a little high and just managed to draw the second baseman off the bag. He just could not plop that tag down in time. Lined up and the pitch, a bunt, pulled back. 2-0. Well, if the Hillers go ahead here, it would put Medfield down to their final 3 outs next inning. Hillers softball completing the victory over Medfield. They took it 8-0. They're now 4-0 on the season. Hiller baseball looking to improve to 3-2 if they could get a run across here. That pitch down low. Runner on second, no outs. Leg lift and the pitch. And it's outside for ball 4. That'll put 2 on. Two on, no outs for the Hillers. You got Bogosian coming to the plate. There's a strike. So this is Ethan Bogosian. This is his first plate appearance, or correction, Matt Pedroli. They had it wrong on Game Changer. So Matt Pedroli is the D at the plate. Pedroli having a great day. He's 2 for 2. Yeah, Bogosian actually was the odd man out of the lineup. Started the game at second base, so it's top of the order. Pedroli at the plate, windup and the pitch. And he hits this one sky high, left center, ranging back. Trying to make the catch, he will, and the runners stay put. So big out there, and nicely done by Owen Sokolowski getting the throw in. Coming up to the plate, this is Noah Kramus. And they got the runner picked off? They do. Trying to go to third, throw over to third, going back to second, and he's out. Oh, that's not what you needed there. They took a big risk. Yeah, he was caught off the bag, and they just caught him red-handed. 2 away. Outside. Yeah, so instead of having runners on first and second with 1 out, now it's runner on first with 2. There's a strike. 1-1. Kramis is 1 for 3 today. Ooh, that little motion there was iffy. That looked like a borderline balk. Outside. 2-1. Now the temperature dropping a bit as we get into these evening hours. Outside. 3-1. Big pitch coming up here. Fouled away. Full count. Right near Dave's car over there. Wind up and the pitch. And the walk drawn. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. Andrew Bauschman to the plate. He's 0 for 1 so far today with a pair of walks. Ooh, checking that second runner back. Yeah, the Hillers, they take a lot of risks on the base pass, and you could argue sometimes they take a little too much of a risk. And, you know, you think back to that situation where the runner got picked off a second, you could have bases loaded right now with 1 out. But, of course, the only thing that matters is the situation you got now with 2 outs and 2 on. A swing and a miss. 0-2. Big pitch coming up here. Outside. Yeah, it's a good spot to throw him something outside, see if he chases. Okay, the tally on Preston Drillick, the Medfield starter. He had a pretty good day on the hill. He pitched 5 innings, gave up 7 hits, 4 runs, 2 of which were earned, and struck out 9. Wind up and the pitch. And that's fouled off. 1-2 the count. Score remains 4-4. Run here. Put Medfield down to their final 3 outs next inning. Big lead by the runner at second. Fouled into the backstop. winds, he deals, and this is hit in the air, and that is going to get through the gap. Lead runner being waved around. The throw in is going to be off the mark, and the Hillers take the lead. And they'll get the out at second. So they score the run, but Medfield gets the out. And just like that, we're heading to the top of the 7th. But the good news is the Hillers have a 5-4 lead on HCAM.
HCAM programming is supported by viewers like you and by Beaumain Pizza Bar and Grill. For over 25 years, Beaumain has been serving great quality food for the whole family, featuring hand-tossed pizzas, paninis, pasta dishes, and a variety of unique appetizers. Enjoy a casual dining room or relax at a comfortable bar with signature cocktails, fine wines, and 16 beers on tap. Beaumain Pizza Bar and Grill. Great food, great drinks, and something for everyone.
Matt Pajoli in the game to pitch. Looking to get those 3 outs to close this one out. After the Hillers just able to plate a run last inning. There's a strike, 1-1. At the plate is Fessenden. Swing and a miss. 1-2 on Owen Fessenden. Fessenden 0 for 3 today. Tom Nappy, happy to be with you on the call. It's been a great game between these two teams. And there's strike 3, 1 away. Due up next is Charlie Hurley, the first baseman. This is a dangerous hitter. 2 for 3 today with an RBI. Matt Pajoli out there, and this is probably the guy you want on the hill right now. There's a strike, 0-1. Leg lift and the pitch. There's strike 2. Yeah, Pajoli, he's a guy, he's going to target that strike zone. And he'll come at you with the fastball. Just a bit outside, 1-2. Ryan Lang now in center field where Matt Pajoli originally was. Left to right, you got Kramus, Lang, Davenport. Wind up and the pitch. Hit in the air, foul into the backstop. And your infield, Pajoli on the mound, Mahan behind the plate, Sullivan at first, Cafazzo at second, Moore at short, Hodney at third. Here's the 1-2 to Hurley. Hit in the air and foul out of play. Got a good piece of that one. Hurley making Pajoli work a bit here. Time called. Swing and a miss, and he got him. 2 down. Coming up to the plate, it's the second baseman, Jack Folan. Folan 0 for 1 with a pair of walks. There's a strike. Hiller's 1 out away from closing this game out. There's strike 2. Hit in the air over to left field, and that'll drop for a hit. He's going to keep going as it got by the left fielder over to second, and it's a double, a 2-out double for Folan. And this game not quite over yet. Time called. Due up next, Jack Gage. Jack Gage 0 for 2 so far. No warm-up action for the Hillers. It's Pajoli's game to make or break. And this is ripped foul. 0-1. I'll tell you, there's been some good swings in this game by both teams. A little outside, 1-1. Strike 2. And time called. Got Gotta love the big game pressure. Play left hand the pitch. Swing and a miss! And there's your ball game! Matt Pajoli closes it out. That was a brilliant pitching performance against a tough lineup by Matt Pajoli. He gets the job done, and the Hillers hang on for the 5-4 victory. The go-ahead run coming in the bottom of the 6th on the same play you had the third out of the bottom of the 6th, and Andrew Bauschman single ended up scoring Gabe Cafazzo, and then after that, Kramis was thrown out trying to advance to third, but that one run would be enough as the Hillers take the victory over the Medfield Warriors by a final of 5-4. Hillers improve to 3-2 on the season. Medfield falls to 2-1. The Hillers score 5 runs on 9 hits, committing 3 errors. Medfield 4 runs on 8 hits, committing 2 errors. A big thank you to Dave McCarthy for his tremendous camera work, and Denise Untaki for her work for the softball game. But 2 big wins here today for the Hillers. Hiller softball getting the job done 8-0. Hiller baseball gets the win by a final of 5-4. That is going to do it for our broadcast here tonight. We thank you for watching Hiller Baseball on HCAM. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.